that would be great because she's got something special.
Yeah, I can relate to that, especially because I was a volleyball player growing up and loved it, loved it, loved it. And my dad kind of forced golf a little bit on me and opened my eyes up to it. And I really had no clue what it was all about, And now I'm looking back and
Hmm.
say, look where I am and, how thankful I am for that opportunity. And, what if he never did that? And I don't know, it was a little bit forced at the time, but he saw something I didn't see, He saw something a little bit greater than what my seventh grade eyes were capable of seeing.
Well,
But
I appreciate you saying that because, for, as you would imagine, for a lot of young golfers, especially girls, golf is not a very social sport. And in the sixth, seventh, and eighth grades, ninth grade and stuff, logging hours by yourself on the range is difficult. Where the gymnastics, she's on a team, and, so having that sort of team element is great. So I can understand the social aspect of it. But I appreciate you saying so. The reason why I'm allowing the gymnastics to be right now, despite injury, she hurt her knee earlier in the season, is that, a sport like that develops the human being, the athlete, completely.
Yeah.
Where, well, at golf, you can get a bit one-sided. I learned that from Gary Player. He said from his very first time he swung a club, you go in both directions just to balance his body. So I'm okay right now with her doing other things and building up speed and athleticism and stuff. But I appreciate your take there, Avery, because I will perhaps just lean on her a bit more and say, hey, it's time to go to the golf course with me.
yeah, I mean, and you're gonna learn real quick if it's really not her cup of tea. I mean, it's hard to be really good at something and hate it. But yeah, especially what you were saying earlier about the fine line between academics and team life. I think being a collegiate golfer myself, we're running into the problem. I looked at your roster, and you have a pretty big roster for a golf team. How do you decide who travels? What is your qualifying like?
We qualify every time. I say to the young men, for the ladies, we were 7. We lost 1 to transfer, and the other girl got injured. So we basically got 6 playing for 5.
Mm-hmm.
And the 6th girl, she wouldn't crack the starting lineup just now. She's a freshman. So for those girls, they sort of know their lot and they know they're going to travel. But for the men, I say to them, like, this place we're qualifying, the only way you will get exempt is if you win a tournament individually. In that case, you'll be exempt for the semester. If you're an All-America from the year before, you'll be exempt for the semester following. And then if you finish in the top 10, you're exempt into the next week. Otherwise, we qualify. And obviously, look, there's coaches' mandate to decide for selections and stuff as we head towards postseason. But I say to them, if you want to get on the PGA Tour, it's a democratic place. If you don't qualify, you don't play. And it's the same thing over here. So I sort of let competition and attrition and those sorts of things take care of team selection pretty well. Because the truth of it is, everyone thinks that a coach's pick is a good thing. I can tell you, having had coach's picks on the Palmer Cup team and on my teams and other teams, it's the worst thing in the world because as a coach, you can only be wrong. And so I just let them qualify, and whoever qualifies, like in this first event of the season, the young